These PS5 games set the gold standard for quality and fun. Every moment feels worth it, making them the best of the best. Let's dive right in. Split Fiction is pure chaotic co-op fun that keeps you and your friend on your toes the whole time. You play as Zoe and Mio, two writers stuck inside a digital world built from their own wild imaginations. To get out, you have to dive into their stories, jumping between crazy worlds like neon cities with flying cars and fantasy lands filled with massive monsters. Every level feels fresh and creative, packed with fast movement, fun puzzles, and teamwork moments that make you both laugh and yell. The movement feels amazing too, with smooth parkour, grappling hooks, and double jumps that make every area a blast to explore. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a striking RPG that combines emotional storytelling with fast, turn-based combat. You lead the 33rd expedition through the fading world of Lumiere to stop the Paintress, a divine being who ends lives with her deadly art. Each year, she chooses an age for death, turning your journey into a race against time. Battles mix real-time dodging and parrying with elemental strategy for thrilling, fluid action. Every place you visit feels alive with mystery and style, enhanced by powerful music and heartfelt voice acting that make the adventure unforgettable. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 takes the medieval RPG experience to new heights with strong detail and emotion. You play as Henry, a blacksmith's son who becomes a warrior caught in a struggle for faith, revenge, and power. Combat is skill-based and challenging, where every swing and block can mean life or death. The world feels alive. From quiet farms to the busy city of Kuttenberg, filled with deep quests and believable characters. Aside from a few small bugs, its story, atmosphere, and world make this sequel an unforgettable medieval adventure. Returnal is a tough sci-fi action game set on the mysterious alien planet Atropos. Go as Celine, an astronaut trapped in a time loop, fighting strange creatures while trying to uncover the truth about her past. Each run is intense, filled with fast dodges, glowing bullet storms, and split-second decisions that can mean life or death. Combat feels smooth and powerful, with every weapon and ability adding to the chaos in exciting ways. Every time you die, you learn more about Celine's story, making each run a mix of discovery, challenge, and pure adrenaline.
What could you be?
Tetris Effect Connected builds on the original's magic by adding great multiplayer modes. You can face off against other players in versus battles, or team up in the connected mode to take down the AI together. The journey mode is still the best part, with music and visuals that change beautifully as you play, creating a relaxing and focused rhythm. VR support is missing, and the graphics are a little simpler on Switch, but the new online features and crossplay make it super easy to enjoy with friends. It keeps that same peaceful and hypnotic vibe that made the first game so memorable. Metaphor ReFantazio is a huge fantasy RPG where you explore dangerous dungeons, grow your team, and fight for the throne. The world is packed with magic, mystery, and political conflict. Battles are turn-based, but quick and exciting since you can switch classes and pull off cool combo attacks. You can upgrade your airship-style gauntlet runner and use powerful skills in epic boss fights. The game looks beautiful and tells an emotional story. It is a deep and fun adventure that keeps you hooked from start to finish. Astro Bot is a joyful and creative platformer that's full of life and fun ideas. Each level bursts with color, clever puzzles, and new abilities that keep things fresh and exciting. You'll bounce around with frog gloves, explore tiny toy-like worlds, and uncover hidden secrets in every corner. The DualSense controller adds a special touch, making every jump, splash, and movement feel real. It's not about deep storytelling, but about pure fun, a cheerful adventure that never stops making you smile. Demon's Souls on PS5 is basically the mother of all modern Souls games, but rebuilt from the ground up. You play in this dark, cursed land called Boletaria, and every fight feels like a real test of skill and timing. It's not just hack and slash, because you actually have to think before every move or you'll get wrecked fast. The remake looks absolutely gorgeous too, with lighting, armor detail, and environments that feel alive. The loading times are super quick, so you're right back into the action after every death. Some of the boss fights are unforgettable, like the tragic Maiden Astria or the massive Storm King flying through the skies. It's tough, but when you finally beat a boss, it's one of the most satisfying moments you can have in a game. Hades turns your escape from the underworld into a fast and addictive adventure that you'll want to play over and over. You play as Zagreus, the son of Hades, trying to fight your way out using a mix of weapons, dash attacks, and powers granted by the gods. Every time you die, you return home. But it never feels like starting over since you get new dialogue, story moments, and upgrades that make each run feel fresh. The bosses change things up, the boons combine in wild ways, and the action never slows down. With Darren Korb's amazing soundtrack driving every fight, Hades perfectly blends intense combat, clever writing, and deep replay value into one unforgettable experience. Persona 5 Royal takes everything great about the original and makes it even better. It's packed with new content, fresh story arcs, and hours of stylish fun that pull you right back into the world of the Phantom Thieves. Combat feels smoother and more exciting, with flashy team attacks and clever ways to outsmart enemies. You can hang out with new characters, explore new areas, and dive deeper into everyone's stories. It's longer, richer, and more emotional. Easily one of the best JRPG experiences out there. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is such a fun ride that keeps surprising you from start to finish. You play as Ratchet and Rivet, two heroes jumping between worlds while blasting enemies, solving puzzles, and using rifts to teleport instantly into new areas. The combat is fast and chaotic in the best way, especially with the wild weapons like the Topiary Sprinkler that freezes enemies in place, or the Ricochet that bounces shots around. The visuals are stunning, the humor lands perfectly, and the story has some really heartfelt moments. It's one of those games that just makes you smile the whole way through. Horizon Forbidden West takes Aloy's story to a whole new level with a massive world that's both beautiful and dangerous. You explore jungles, deserts, and cities swallowed by water while facing powerful machine creatures that really test your strategy and aim. The combat feels smoother and more dynamic, and the side quests actually matter this time with better writing and characters. The world looks incredible, with every detail bringing it to life, from the way grass moves in the wind to the huge cinematic battles. It's an epic adventure filled with discovery, challenge, and moments that stick with you long after you finish playing. Street Fighter 6 is just pure fun from the moment you start playing. It's got this bold, stylish look and a ton of personality that makes every fight feel exciting. There are 18 fighters to choose from, with classics like Ryu and Chun-Li back in action, alongside new favorites like Kimberly and Jamie. The new drive system really changes things up, letting you pull off parries, rush attacks, and crazy counters that make every match feel different. The World Tour mode is a cool bonus too, where you can explore, meet fighters, and train your own character. The gameplay feels smooth, the online matches run great, and even if you're new, it's super easy to pick up and start having fun right away. Death Stranding 2 on the beach is way more intense and unpredictable than its predecessor. You're back as Sam Porter Bridges, this time traveling across a wild version of Australia where the environment itself seems out to get you. One minute you're caught in a massive sandstorm or an earthquake, and the next you're facing those eerie tar creatures again. The deliveries are smoother and more action-packed now, and the combat feels way better with new stealth options, vehicles, and even crazy weapons like blood boomerangs. The visuals are jaw-dropping, the story hits hard emotionally, and of course, it's got that signature Kojima weirdness that keeps you thinking long after you stop playing. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth takes everything great about the remake and blows it wide open into a huge, living world. Once you step out of Midgar, it feels like there's something new to discover around every corner, from glowing deserts to massive open fields filled with side quests and secrets. The characters shine even more here, with tons of small moments that make the team feel like real friends. The combat is fast and stylish, blending action and strategy, so every battle feels exciting. You'll probably lose hours just exploring or getting addicted to minigames like Queen's Blood. The ending might be a bit divisive, but the whole adventure is packed with emotion, creativity, and that classic Final Fantasy charm that keeps you hooked the entire way. Resident Evil 4 takes the classic survival horror experience and makes it feel brand new without losing what made it great. You play as Leon S. Kennedy on a mission to rescue the president's daughter, but what really grabs you is how intense and satisfying the combat feels. Every shot has weight, enemies react in brutal ways, and the new parry system lets you do crazy stuff like blocking a chainsaw with just a knife. Each fight keeps you on edge, whether you're boarding up windows, knocking down ladders, or barely escaping an ambush. The village, castle, and island are all packed with secrets, puzzles, and terrifying moments that make every section feel fresh. It's a perfect mix of action and horror that keeps you hooked from start to finish.
Some missing, señorita?
Marvel's Spider-Man 2 takes everything that made the first games amazing and cranks it up even higher. You get to swing through a bigger and busier New York, switching between Peter Parker and Miles Morales, each with their own awesome powers. Peter has his dark symbiote abilities while Miles brings those flashy electric venom attacks, and both feel super fun to use. Combat is fast, fluid, and full of cinematic moments that make every fight feel epic. The story hits hard with themes of friendship, sacrifice, and identity, and it's packed with emotional moments that stay with you. With its stunning visuals and non-stop action, Spider-Man 2 is the ultimate superhero adventure.
And it chose you.
Get it off of him!
No, you.
God of War Ragnarök picks up Kratos' story years after the last game, and it hits even harder this time. Atreus is older and more confident, and the tension of the coming apocalypse hangs over everything you do. You travel through huge, beautifully crafted realms filled with clever puzzles, deep side quests, and enemies pulled straight from Norse mythology. The combat is as satisfying as ever, with the Leviathan axe packing a serious punch and the Blades of Chaos delivering fast, brutal combos. You also get new shields, runic attacks, and massive boss fights that make every battle feel epic. What really stands out though is how the game balances those huge, cinematic moments with a touching story about family and destiny. Baldur's Gate 3 is the closest you can get to actually playing Dungeons & Dragons in a video game. You can talk, sneak, fight, or cast your way through problems, and the game always reacts to your choices in smart ways. Combat is turn-based but super flexible, letting you use the environment, teamwork, and magic to win fights your own way. The character creator is deep, with tons of races, classes, and builds to experiment with, and the companions all have great stories and personalities. Whether you play solo or with friends, it's a massive adventure full of choices that actually matter and moments you won't forget.
Before me. Bow before the absolute. Bow!
Elden Ring is a huge open-world game where you play as a Tarnished exploring the mysterious lands between. The world is packed with secrets, tough enemies, and deep stories. Combat feels like classic From Software style, but adds more freedom with magic, stealth, horse battles, and the Ashes of War system. Every fight is tough but fair and rewards skill and patience. You can explore any area you want, find strong weapons and spells, and take on massive dungeons full of danger and treasure. With smooth gameplay and endless freedom, Elden Ring is one of the best and most unforgettable games ever made.